Oh, dude, he shot him in the dick.
Dude, Connery, that has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about to start the show. Oh, I beg to differ, Scotty. You said, Connery, get me a soundbite that mirrors what I want to talk about to start the show. And you told me. And then I came up with that soundbite. No, that doesn't make sense. It was either that one, Scotty, or I was going to play this one.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my God, that one's even worse. Thankfully you didn't play that one. Scotty, just go through the story and let the listeners decide. Fine. I was going to start the show talking, and here we are, talking about how I got 2 spam calls right before I hit record. First one shows up private number, and I do the standard hello, and then there's like silence. Then as a courtesy, I give it one more hello, and then you hear the silence on their end go from that to you can tell they clicked on their microphone, and now you can hear the ambient sounds of a call center, and it's a guy. I'm not going to mimic his accent because I will get in trouble. Somebody's going to get offended, right? So instead, I'm going to do something that's completely different and something I've never heard from a spam call. Is it like a Southern accent? He's all, hey, y'all, I just want to talk to you about Allstate Insurance, okay? And I'm like, nope, and I just hang up, right? Identical. So then maybe a minute later, so I'm guessing it was the same company. And this time, I swear to God, it was maybe the same voice. It may have been. Same situation. Hello? Nothing. Hello? That's me being courteous. Then all of a sudden, the guy says, hello. Actually, no, it wasn't the same voice. Now that I remember. Then the guy says, hello. I'm like, hello. Right? It's a bunch of hellos going back and forth. Then he's irritated for some fucking reason. He's mad at me. He's pissed off because I said hello too many times. Then he goes, in an angry voice, he goes, this is in regards to your timeshare you own. And this is where I feel like I may have messed up. I may have got myself in trouble with a spammer because I'm probably on some sub list where, they're going to be like, this guy needs to be called more times than not, okay? Because I just proceeded to laugh at the guy, and you hear him go, huh? And then as I'm laughing, I hang up. See, Scotty, what you did there is you shot him in the dick. Okay, that's reaching, but I like it. I mean, you could have reached this far.
Grab his dick and twist it!
No. God dang it, Connery. Stop it. I guess you kind of won on that one, Connery. Congratulations. Connery's going to be popping in on today's show, so be ready for that one. It's going to get messy. Let's just be honest. Hey, speaking of getting messy, how's your mother? Connery, we don't need to go down that path, okay? Not this early. Guys, don't forget to interact with the show any way you can. If you're listening on, let's say, Spotify, you can leave a comment. You can also leave reviews per episode or for the show in general, depending on the platform. Go ahead and do that. If you're watching, go ahead and comment as you go along, and that's always fun, especially when people start interacting with each other. That's good. So there you go. Just be nice. Don't be a dick about it. Be like, I can't believe he said this. And then somebody says something and be like, I think you're just high on crack cocaine. And then you respond back with, fuck you. If anybody knows about crack cocaine, it's you and your whore mother. And then they're just going back and forth. And I'm just sitting there going, this is fantastic. But don't do that. Don't do that. You crack whore mother. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, going back to the show. Anyway, guys, Don't forget, today's show is brought to you by the great people over at Roof Goat USA. I know it's wintertime. I know that half the United States is getting blindsided by cold and snow. But here in Colorado, we get hit with the ice and snow, and then it goes back to being warm. I was just talking to my brother-in-law in Iowa. He was listening to the show from the other day, and he's like, hey, man, if it gets up to 20 degrees, I'm going outside in my shorts. Well, we're a little bit better off here in Colorado when it comes to temperatures, so you might as well contact Roof Goat USA. Go to roofgoatusa.com. Have them come out to your house to check to make sure that things are going well with your roof. It's a free evaluation. All they're going to do is come out, see if there's any sort of damages, things that could be potential very costly damages on your roof. They'll look into it. They'll figure out a plan. If there's something wrong, does that mean you contact insurance? Is it something you don't deal with insurance? Whatever it is, if it's a repair, replacement, either way, Roof Goat USA is the company to go to. They've been in business for over 24 years. They're out in Michigan, and they're also out here in Colorado. So whether you're in Michigan or Colorado, you got to go to roofgoatusa.com right now and check things out. And one of the things is not only do they do an amazing job, they have amazing customer service. They're all about doing top-notch work, whether it's commercial, residential, metal roofs, shingles, blah, 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 repairing gutters, all that stuff, whatever it is, okay? Maybe you got solar panels up there. They know how to deal with that stuff too. Whatever it is, this is what's fantastic. When it comes to your roof, Roof Goat USA guarantees their work. 30-year coverage from install date. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. That's the Roof Goat USA way, guys. So for all your roofing needs, go ahead, contact the GOAT. Go to roofgoatusa.com right now. Again, roofgoatusa.com and sign up for that free evaluation. roofgoatusa.com. Trust me, you're going to love the experience with the Roof Goat USA. I screwed up the out cue. I was like, I'm going to be fancy. I'm going to be fancy-dancy. Bill from Roof Goat's like, oh, criminy. Oh, my goodness gracious. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. You are welcome. Seriously, go check out roofgoatusa.com right now. Speaking of getting shot in the junk, that's what I just did to myself. How about that? How about that? My goodness gracious. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Woo! I know. You're like, wow, this guy's super professional. He is top notch. Everybody take note. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Doesn't make a mistake ever, ever. This may be a mistake. I don't know. Maybe it's genius in a can. Could be. Columbia, you know the outdoor sportswear? You know, they make great coats. I have these great winter boots that I bought from Columbia. Oh gosh, I don't even know how many years ago. But whenever it's deep enough snow to justify putting those on, I put them on because this is not a commercial for them, but although it should be. Just saying. But my feet stay dry and warm. They're fantastic. Best investment I've made as far as shoes go ever. I only wear them when I need to, and when I do wear them, they're phenomenal. But anyway, they do a great job with outdoor sportswear, at least from my perspective, okay? This is where they blindsided me. They teamed up with some brewer, I believe, out in Oregon. They're making a beer. Oh, well, Scott, what's the big deal? An outdoor themed beer. That's great. Yeah. It's called Nature Calls. Okay, fantastic. Makes sense. Why are you bringing this up, Scott? Well, I'll tell you. Because this beer is made from bear poop. Let that sink in. Yeah. So going to their website and digging around and figuring a little bit more out about this. It's made using Bull Run River water infused with bear poop collected trailside in Montana from American black bears, along with Pacific Northwest malt, honey, and huckleberry. I like everything except for the bear poop. I feel like you could just call it bear shit and leave that out. Don't actually put that in part of the ingredient, and people still buy it. They're doing like a limited time offer with this. There's going to be a big commercial during the Super Bowl about it. Be ready. You heard it here. We talked about it. But I get that sometimes you want to do gimmicky things. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you need to do it. Just because you have the science to filter beer through bear poo doesn't mean you should do it. But here we are. I would like to taste. This is weird. Okay, I would like to taste a version of that beer with the bear poop filtration and without the bear poop filtration type of thing, right? Because I'd be like, this tastes the fucking same, right? And here's the thing: I don't care what kind of science you do to this beer, Columbia. I don't care. You're still drinking bear shit. You are. Let's be honest. Oh my gosh. The imagery on this is funny too. The branding that they're doing, they have, at least the ones I saw, they have a can of beer, or I think it's a 6-pack of beer cans in a pile of bear poop. It's so funny. Part of me is curious, but the other part of me is just like, why? I don't understand. Mostly it's why. Jeff on Facebook said, I have so many questions. I feel like if you don't have questions, that's a problem. So, yes, I agree, Jeff. Why? Why? I think ultimately they would go, well, why not? Well, I have a couple reasons. One, I don't want to drink bear feces. That's pretty much the end of the list. Why? 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 I know that there's those coffee beans that are, I don't remember they're real expensive coffee beans because these certain type of animals, I think they're like a leopard or something like that, they eat these beans as it goes through the digestive tract of this animal. The enzymes do something to the bean and transform it, and what happens is people gather those beans out of the cat scat and they brew it, and people say it's amazing, but it's a really expensive process, blah, 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 blah. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. With that being said, if you and I are hanging out and all of a sudden somebody from Colombia comes over and be like, hey, you guys want to drink some of this Nature Calls bear shit beer? Be like, I think I would do it just to say I did. Obviously, it's safe to drink. They're not going to be, you're not going to get little floaters in there. Like, you pour it into a glass. We don't recommend pouring it into a glass. Why? And it's a clear glass, and you see a bunch of turds flopping around. No, that's not going to happen. You're not going to find that. It's obviously safe because they couldn't be putting it out there. But that being said, I don't know why you would do it. Ugh. But I think I still would. Which says a lot about me. It says a lot about me. Sydney Sweeney. Ooh, meow. She's, causing controversy again. Everything I've seen with her, like her talking, she seems like a sweet person. And then she has all these things where a lot of people hate her guts for one reason or another. Anyway, she pissed off a lot of the people over at the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Okay. You tell me, is this justified or not? Due to a promo that they were going to do with, I think it's hers, it's Syrn lingerie brand that she's associated with or it's hers, whatever. I didn't do that much research, okay? I just got lost in the picture and then I was just like, wait, what was I doing here? Oh, shoot, I got to record. That's essentially what happened. But anyway, for a promo for this, back in July, she went to the Hollywood sign and she was using the Hollywood sign as a clothing line, for your dryer. God, I can't even think. Clothesline, Jesus. For her bra, and she put it on there. Somebody saw the video from the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce recently, and now they're pissed off. So much so, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, they said they're not happy with her. She could face criminal trespass and or vandalism charges because of her role in the production. That's ridiculous because she didn't get permission. But that being said, I kind of get it. You can't have a bunch of people doing things that they're not allowed to do if there's a certain process legally, I guess. Connery, you're like chomping at the bit. Yeah, Scotty. Free Sydney Sweeney and her flesh cannons. That's right. Free the chitty. Connery, geez, come on. You can't hide those things. They're too large. Okay. This is clear abuse, I guess, in a sense, of her celebrity. So, I kind of, in a weird way, I kind of side with the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Connery, what?
And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
Now that's a perfect soundbite, Scotty. It is. I don't know. Is it that big of a deal? No. Is it something that they should have, dotted every I and crossed every T? It depends on what the fine is. Because she might end up getting more promotion out of this than anything that they could have done with a commercial. So this might end up being a brilliant PR stunt. Unless she goes to prison. And then that's very bad. Flesh cannons. Connor, you really called those her breasts flesh cannons. Yes, you heard me right there, Scotty. I love me some flesh cannons. Now that's all that's going to be in my head. Flesh cannons. What kind of cannon is that? A flesh cannon. Look at those flesh cannons. My God. Anyway, sorry. A skier was mauled by a snow leopard after it got too close for a picture. Guys, nobody cares about your stupid selfies. Oh, look, it's behind me. Why is it so angry? Why would you do that? This lady's out skiing, and wherever she's at, somewhere in, I think, Asia, and she's there on the mountain, and she sees the snow leopard, and from what I saw, she was like maybe 10 feet initially away from it. So instead of going, oh, shoot, I need to back up, it's a wild animal. It's a wild cat. Cats have claws. Meow. Right? I should back up and be cautious. Instead, she's like, this is a great moment for a selfie. And then takes it and then proceeds to get it mauled. So I think it's that time. Anytime we have a moment like this, we got to call in the expert. Let's go with Aussie the Animal Expert. Is this a common thing for humans to be attacked by a snow leopard like what happened over here? Aussie, what do you think? Oh, Scott, this is really unheard of. These are usually creatures you can walk up to, quite tranquil, run a brush through the hair, even hop on its back as it takes you across the countryside. Quite beautiful. Wait, Ozzy, you can ride a snow leopard? A snow leopard, Scott? Oh my goodness gracious, I thought you said a Shetland pony. No, I did not say a Shetland pony. Yeah, you don't mess with a snow leopard. They're usually keeping to themselves. So if it attacks you, if you're that close and it attacks you, you did something to piss it off. Best to be leaving it alone. Aussie, I don't know how many times I need to tell you. You really need to listen when I say the name of the animal the first time. I did not say Shetland pony. Although I guess I could understand how you got confused. What the fuck? Have you I just don't get it why people want selfies so bad. This would be great. Especially with AI now. I can do AI. I can make it look like I'm hanging out with a snow leopard. Like I was saying, I can make it look like I'm riding on the back of a snow leopard, right? I could do that. I don't need an actual picture of it because ultimately nobody cares except for you. And maybe that snow leopard was just like, I don't need my face all over the internet. I do not. Okay. I did not get my written express consent, whatever. And then, right? That's what happens. That's what happens. I get it. You stepped all over its privacy rights. Way to go, dummy. Way to go. My goodness. Don't be that guy. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, guys. Hey, we got the sports section coming up next. So make sure you listen to that episode. Got a lot of stuff going on, like Bill Belichick getting snubbed by the Hall of Fame. That's going to be wild to talk about. Let's see. Sean Payton pissed off Bo Nix. And I kind of agree with Bo Nix on this one. I like Sean Payton, but man, he may have overshared. Shedeur Sanders, he's making the Pro Bowl. The Browns got a new head coach, and a former NFL player just said the dumbest take in regards to why nobody should listen to their new head coach. Freaking ridiculous. That and plenty more coming up in the sports section. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Make sure you check out roofgoatusa.com right now. Again, roofgoatusa.com. And make sure you sign up for that free evaluation if you're here in Colorado or out in Michigan. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.